Hello everyone, welcome to the LeverX webinar series, a free educational service offered to SAP customers to inform and demonstrate SAP functionality and industry best practices to improve your business performance. Our webinar today is entitled SAP Mobile Applications. The webinar will discuss the market trends for mobile applications within enterprises and review options and ideas for implementing mobile applications to extend your investments in SAP solutions. My name is Alan Mendel, Vice President of LeverX, and I will be our webinar moderator today, as well as one of the speakers. Before I turn the time over to our presenters, let me introduce you to LeverX. LeverX is an SAP Services Partner, an SAP Business Object Solution Partner, an associate member of the PLM Alliance, and a Google Enterprise Partner. LeverX assists companies increase business value by leveraging existing investments in SAP solutions. All right, so our agenda today is just briefly here. We'll take about 15, maybe 20 minutes and talk about mobile trends in the workplace and then give some examples of some mobile applications. Arthur will go into more detail about options and implementing your mobile application infrastructure, as well as give you a demonstration of a new trial mobile app we are providing to customers currently. There's a number of organizations around that are keeping track of the mobile workforce. One of those is iPass. This is a free report that's available every quarter. You can see there the webinar address, www.ipass.com, and they provide this information to the market in general to help promote the use of mobile technology within the workforce. And so over the last couple of quarters, there's been some very interesting reports. And I'm going to focus on Q3 and the Q4 of 2010 and what information they found. So in Q3 2010, the Mobile Workforce Report uncovered several interesting mobile trends. The first one was cross-generational tech chasm in the workplace is a myth. There's always been this concept that older workers were slow or unable to take advantage or really leverage new technology as it was coming into the marketplace. Well, clearly, with the use of mobile technology, this is proving to be a myth. And you're finding an adoption of mobile technology from the youngest to, in many cases, more of the senior workers in our workplace. Both iPhone and Android will lead the smartphone market by 2012. I think a lot of us are pretty knowledgeable about that already. Globally, smartphone work use with mobile employees is at 69%. And we believe that that probably is going to continue to grow high. And we'll talk a little bit more about some of the usages of that.
So I'd like to piggyback on what Alan was speaking about in terms of mobile applications. And I'm just going to talk about 3 points today. We're going to talk about mobile landscapes, the landscapes of the infrastructure specifically. We're going to talk about connecting to your existing back-end system with mobile devices. And then I'm going to give you an example of an asset management plant maintenance application. So it's an asset management application, and I will show you the plant maintenance aspect of it to give you an idea of something that we're developing and you can develop as well. So let's go ahead and look at some of the mobile landscapes. The traditional mobile landscape looks like such. You have a mobile device that's connected to the internet through Wi-Fi, 3G, whatever it may be, and it accesses the back-end system through the firewall. So one thing that is being explored by multiple companies now, including SAP, is using middleware, something in between the back-end system and the mobile device, the internet. So why is this interesting? I'm going to give you a couple scenarios here. So number one is you can use something called a reverse proxy. What's interesting about a reverse proxy is it lets you take away from some of those security issues. A reverse proxy acts like your actual back-end system. It's behind your own internal firewall, but the mobile device never actually accesses the enterprise application information. So the information is relayed through the reverse proxy, comes in, and your mobile device can access it through the internal fire, from the outside firewall. And it relieves a lot of the issues that companies have. The other nice thing about being able to have middleware is that you can have a mobile device management system, for instance, Sybase. And you can have that inside of your internal firewall as well and manage all of these mobile devices that are out there. Because that's one of the biggest hurdles, is as Alan mentioned, you have all of these mobile devices that are coming in from the outside. Not even those that you're deploying, but they're just coming in. How do you manage them? With a separate middleware, as you see here, it's a really great way to do it. The other example that I'd like to show you is that you can use this middleware as a demilitarized zone. So for instance, if you're doing some kind of maintenance information, you can access that information in a demilitarized zone that comes from an external firewall into an internal firewall. And the other thing that you can do is you can use a cloud to access your mobile device and then access the information from the external into the cloud-based system. So you don't have to worry about any of the maintenance costs. You don't have to worry about keeping the system. And that can then potentially also access a reverse proxy on the internal firewall side. So you have a couple of different options in terms of what you can do with your mobile infrastructure. What's interesting to note is that as you have this mobile infrastructure in place, a lot of companies, and the truth of the matter is that a lot of these companies have different enterprise systems in their internal firewall. So you may have one SAP system, you may have two SAP systems, you may have a different system from Oracle or from another company. It's just the truth. So having a middleware component makes mobile access to your information in real time that much easier.